Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. We are here to talk about the Luton versus Chelsea game. As always, we've got to review it, talk about that, what I'd call quite a poor performance, to be honest. But we got the job done based on the circumstances. Big news around Roman Abramovich happened yesterday. Statements come out with him officially announcing that he will be selling Chelsea Football Club. But we've also had a little bit of more news coming today as well, which we're going to go through as well. So we're going to start off with the Roman news, go through that, and talk about today's news around Roman Abramovich as well. Then we're going to delve straight into the Luton versus Chelsea game, do the player ratings, open up them lines as always. And yeah, busy show. Lines will be open, panel will be on soon as well. But make sure you smash that like button. And like I said here, smash that like if you think Roman is the best owner ever in the Prem, guys. Let's get these likes up to over 50 likes if we can. Big up everyone that's already in the chat as well. Before we move forward, you know what time it is. Let's cue that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. Sad times for Chelsea, eh? Obviously, we had that conversation yesterday. We've had conversations for the last couple of days on Roman Abramovich and what we feel may be the conclusion of everything that's been going on with him. He has now come out himself and formally announced that he will be selling the football club. Sad times. We're going to talk about that statement. We're going to go through our thoughts and feelings of the owner himself. We're also going to look at today's news in regards to Roman Abramovich as well. And then we're going to dive straight into the Luton versus Chelsea game a bit later on in the show as well. But make sure you share on all your socials. Let's let everyone know that we're live, guys, because it looks like YouTube have not notified anyone today. No one's been notified that I am going live today, which is typical, isn't it? Yeah, big up everyone that's already in chat. Let's go through the chat before we move on with things. Sosa says we need to start with protests if is Americans own them, because if they buy us, it will be over for Chelsea Football Club. We will be like Arsenal or Spurs. I will not be able to get rid of them. I hear that, but at the same time, again, for me, it all narrows down to who it is more than anything. We can sit there and, just narrow it and say, oh, any American owner, we don't want them. But I don't agree with that. I think that some American owners could be useful out there, depending on their knowledge and understanding of the football club, or what their actual meanings towards this football club is. What are they looking, if they come in and you say, look, I am here to back you guys financially. I've got the money. I want you guys who Roman Abramovich has built for the last 20 years to keep doing what you're doing. Bring me involved as well. Like, it's all dependent, and people keep saying, oh, it can't be American, it needs to be Saudi. If it's not Saudi, it needs to be Asian. If it's not Asian, it needs to be English. If it ain't English, it needs to be whatever. The truth and the be all and the end is, whoever comes and takes over Chelsea Football Club, we want to make sure that their sort of their meaning towards this football club are true and well, and what we want, and what we want as a football club. And it's not going to be like the Glazers. It's not going to be like the Concretes. I don't mind a billionaire coming in, providing that his ambitions for this football club are in the right frame, if that makes sense. If he comes here and doesn't really show any attention to us, gets on with his own life, doesn't show any interest or love towards the fans, which I don't expect it to be like in regards to what, to the same level as what Roman's done. But if we don't get that sort of feeling that he wants to be here and he's just not using us as an asset, should we say, in many ways, then yeah, it could be a problem moving forward. But that ain't just Americans. That could happen with a Saudi Arabian. That could happen with an Asian. That could happen with most of these guys. So I think we need to just bear that in mind. It's not always Americans. So I would say let's just wait and see. I don't think Roman Abramovich will be giving it to anyone that he feels isn't taking the club's best interests to heart. If he's not taking the club's best interest to heart, then I don't see him allowing someone like that to take over. But we're going to delve into all that anyway. We'll delve into that in a bit. Big up to Concierge of Crime as well. He says it's an emotional day. It is an emotional day. It's an upsetting day, unfortunately. You know, it's not a day that is going to be remembered. Well, it will be remembered, but not remembered for any good reasons and sad reasons as well. And we're going to go through that statement in a second. Big up to Ridvan as well, says Chelsea forever. Andre, big up to you as well. We've only got 20 likes, over 30 people here. Smash the like button as always, please. Let's try and get them likes up. Timo Werner saves us, is what Real Chris says. We know how much Real Chris loves Timo Werner. Marshall, nice to see you in the house, man. Says big up the GNA Army. Would you mind an American owner? I mean, I've joked around and said I wouldn't mind Elon Musk. I genuinely wouldn't. I know some people would feel a bit opposite to it, but you know, I think it's dependent on who and their understanding, you know, of the club itself and what their motives are moving forward. And obviously, I think Roman will massively assess that. I don't think, even though I think he will rush to try and get this done. In terms of understanding who's going to take it over, I think there will be a process between him still being there with the new owner and then moving on. I think they will slowly drag them into it, get them, give them the right feel of it, how it's set up, the way it works, etc. Like I think it's going to be more of a process to it than what people think. Big up to Top Bins as well. Zevio, big up to you, my guy. I'm going to be on with him tomorrow. He's got a new channel, so make sure that you check his new channel out as well. I don't know the name of it, actually, because he's not told me, but I'm sure he'll tell me a bit later on when he comes on, hopefully. Yeah, well, you know, FSG, Cronkies, FSG, Glaziers. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And from what we've seen, based upon the bigger clubs that are owned by Americans, it does state that they're not really interested. I mean, the Glazers spend money. People don't realise this. The Glazers spend money. It's not that they don't spend money. They spend money. It's just that the system that's currently at Man United does not work. The layout, the setup, the foundations, the base, the main base and core of that football club does not work. And the issue that the United fans have is that the people that are in charge of that base are just not good enough. And because the Glazers just allow it and leave it, and continue it, this is why you've got so many uproar with Man United fans. Because to them, it feels like they don't care about the football club. You know, especially from when you think where Man United was to what it is now. You know, so there's a lot. There's a lot to that. Sport is separate from politics. Why are we dragging sports into politics? I don't know, man. I don't know. Big up to Declared. Top business, whoever takes over Chelsea will be scrutinised 100 times more than anyone else takes over for sure. I hear that. No, I want Saudi money to heal my pain, is what Athan's saying. You just want that ton of money. You just want that ton of money so we don't have to worry about funds. I hear that. Big up to Football United TV. Go and check him out as well. He says, for Roman to call it's a war in his statement, he's put him in a serious danger with the Kremlin. Yeah, I'd love Elon Musk, richest man in the world. Can you imagine? That's what I'm saying. We'd have Tesla on our names. We'd be flying in the airs. You know what I mean? Like later on, our stadiums will be floating in about 10 years' time. Elon Musk would have been probably about one of the main pinnacle people of introducing that as well. I know some people are a bit skeptical of him in terms of how he looks after his current companies and how quickly he kind of just tosses them off because to be serious, he's got tons of money. He can just keep opening, closing. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't think he will. United and Arsenal are seen as franchises now. Yeah, and that's probably what maybe. And should Chelsea fans be worried about it? 100%, because we are in the unknown. We're in the unknown of not knowing who is going to be running this football club. Where would the football club be taken moving forward? You know, where would the football club be taken moving forward? Is it going to be going down sort of not the same route as Roman, but in terms of the careness, the attention to detail, the support? You know, will we see that kind of billionaire? I'm not too sure. I don't think we will find another owner like Roman, in my opinion. When I think about the attachment, the personal attachment to the football club, the way he feels towards us since he walked through the door. He built up that relationship with the fans. He built up the relationship with managers that were in, even though they did come and go. He built it up with them. He built it up with the ball. And he continued to show that love and protection. He always put the club first. Yes, he must have made some heavy decisions in regards to managers getting sacked. But I do believe that with Roman Abramovich, he's always had Chelsea at the best of best of his interest to his heart. So it's a sad day. Marina's leaving. I'm about to cry. Well, that ain't true. That ain't true. What I would say is don't jump on everything that's being said on socials, because there will be a lot said about who's staying, who's going. I think it's going to be all dependent on who comes through the door and who they possess and bring with them. But at the same time, if I'm a billionaire that wants to get to know and understand this football club, I want people or at the football club that understand it to slowly nature me in. So yeah, I might have the money, but I want to know the foundations. I want to learn about the base. I want to know about how things work. So you will want to keep that base. And what Roman has built over 20 years has to stay for me. It has to stay to a degree. Marina leaving could happen. It won't happen straight away for me. I think she will still be here, but I don't think if it's the long run in terms of moving forward, she could go. She may leave. Who knows? Like, things can change later on, but I don't think it'll be all of a sudden because Roman's gone, everyone leaves, and that's it. We'll have to see. The Premier League has just said $1 in American owners might be beneficial to Chelsea since the game's popularity. Oh, yeah, I know. Again, and that's going for a marketing and franchise aspect. Do we want that as a club, as a base? I'm not too sure. Big up to Chi Chi in the house as well. She put a statement out. It's on Twitter. She's leaving, bro. Are you serious? When? What, just now? I'd be shocked if they've just got rid of her, honestly. Where? Where's her statement? No, I can't see it anywhere. RD, you're saying there's a statement from Marina Graverskaya. Can you tell me who? Where? Because not one big journalist has popped it out. I don't see it. RD, let me know in the chat if you've seen something in regards to Marina leaving. Send me the link in the chat and I'll click into it and have a look. But I can't see anyone saying that. It's probably fake. Got to keep Marina and Peter Cech around for sure. The transition, big up to Charlie, and that's what it is, mate. We've got to keep it. But let's move into it because there's over 50 of you guys here. Smash the like button for Roman Abramovich today. I want to get this over 100 likes. Big up to Roman Abramovich. This show is, I wouldn't be sitting here talking about how successful Chelsea were or are if it wasn't for this man. So this show respects this man. Let's big up this man. Let's smash that like button for this man. Let's get this up. 50 likes. Roman Abramovich, best Prem. And I've said it here, look, Roman Abramovich is the best owner in the Prem. For me, he is the best owner in the Prem. Ever. For me. And that might be biased because I support Chelsea. But from my perspective, he is. Everything that he's done, the relationship with the football club, I don't even think there's anyone better than him to this day now. I guarantee you that any Man United, Arsenal and Tottenham fan and Liverpool would want Roman Abramovich. They would want this man at their club. Nothing official. Can you imagine it? I mean, she's pretty, not going to lie. Anyway, let's move into it because we have got loads to go through as well. Over 50 of you guys here. I want to quickly fly through this Rome stuff. We've still got the Luton games to go through as well, which we've got to touch on, get them player ratings and give my thoughts and opinions. Open up the lines as well. Time is always ticking. So let's move. Obviously, we heard the statement yesterday from Roman Abramovich, and it said, I would like to address the speculation in the media over the past few days in relation to my ownership of the Chelsea Football Club. As I have stated before, I have always taken decisions with the club's best interests at heart. Facts. In the current, I have therefore taken the decision to sell the club as I believe this is the best interest of the club, the fans, the employers, as well as the club sponsors and partnership. The sale of the club will not be fast-tracked, but will follow due process. I will not be asking for any loans to be repaid. This has never been about business nor money for me, but about pure passion for the game and club. Moreover, I have instructed my team to set up charitable foundation where all net proceeds from the sale will be donated. The foundation will be for the benefit of all the victims of the war in Ukraine. This includes providing critical funds towards the urgent and immediate needs of victims, as well as supporting the long-term work of recovery. Please know that this has been an incredibly difficult decision to make, I bet. Listen, Roman Abramovich doesn't sell this club today if all of this stuff that's going on with Russia isn't around. Even with his visa being blocked and not being able to come into the UK, I don't think he would have sold the club. The reason that Roman Abramovich is selling this club is to protect this club. Let's just all understand that. To protect this club, because he's worried that if these heavy sanctions do kick in on him, that it will drag everything else down with him. Assets, We spoke about this yesterday, and he said it right here. It pains me to part with the club in the manner. There it goes. It pains me to part with the club in the manner. However, I do believe this is the best interest of the club. Again, putting the club first. I hope that I will be able to visit Stamford Bridge on last time to say goodbye to all of you in person. It has been a privilege of a lifetime to be a part of Chelsea FC, and I am proud of all of our joint achievements. Chelsea Football Club and its supporters will always be at my heart. Mate, it's so horrible to read. It actually just makes me sad. Thank you, Roman. Like, there's one thing that not one rival can ever say to you as a Chelsea fan. Yeah, one rival. And they might go on about we bought the league, we did this, that, and the other. There's one thing they can't say to you guys, I believe, is that we had the best owner since he came through the door from 2003 to this day today onwards until he sells the club. There is not one bad thing that any rival fan or football fan that doesn't support this club can say about this man when it comes to his relationship to this football club and what he's done for this football club. Because for everything that he has done for this football club, I don't think there's going to be another owner like him out there, especially coming to Chelsea. There may be in the future at other clubs. I know Leicester talk highly of their owners, but in terms of the longevity, people forget that when Roman Abramovich first came to Chelsea, there was the banter from rival fans coming out saying that he ain't going to last long. There's going to be no longevity. He's going to treat you like an asset. He's not going to show no care. Just going to keep throwing money at you. And then eventually he's going to sell you up because he's a businessman. That's what he does. He gets bored. He wants to move on. This is what we were hearing. 20 years down the line, this owner has won everything that he could possibly win in world football. Thank you to the other day. He has won everything that he could possibly need to win in world football. Yeah, this owner has done it all. Yeah, and all right, he's lent this club 1.5 billion. So the fact that he's writing that off, that ain't small money, people, right there. But that then again shows the love of this football club, the meaning to this football club. We are a debt-free football club because of Roman Abramovich. We are a debt-free football club because of Roman Abramovich. I don't know what more to say. I mean, I ain't gonna talk about things that I don't know. I don't know his relationship with Putin. I don't know what his relationship was with Russia and Ukraine war. We don't know that yet. Yeah, but to be donating your money to the charities to help Ukraine, to be providing NHS hospitals, the NHS with space in London when COVID was going on and trying to help the people, which is not. Let's get it right. It's not even his own country. This is the country. Yeah, this is what people don't understand. This is the country that stopped him coming in, that banned his visa, stopped him from coming in. No one can ever say that this guy has not tried to help this country. Tried to help this country. He has massively. He has massively helped this country. Over the NHS scenarios, you remember, opening facilities to allow people to have their jabs and to be checked and to be critically looked after. To now, selling the football club, even though it pains him to do so, but he knows it's to protect the football club. To write off the £1.5 billion, which he could have chased from the new owners. Really and truly, maybe he could have pushed that and maybe waited a bit longer. Maybe to write that off. Because to him, he said there, it's not about the money when it comes to Chelsea Football Club. It's more than that. It's a love. It's a passion. There is not one ounce of badness that these rival fans can say about this man when it comes to his intentions to Chelsea Football Club. Huge. I'm sorry. It's sad. I am sad. I am sad because I know we're not going to fucking get an owner like this. And it hurts me. It pains me. It hurts me inside thinking about it. Having to read this was sad. Leaving in the manner that he's having to leave is sad. relevant to what he's done or not done. This is sad. A statue better be built or I'm flying to London to build it myself. Listen, I would write, if there was a petition that was going around right now asking for us to sign it in regards to Roman Abramovich, Roman Abramovich having a statue put up, I would be down for it. But I promise you now, I guarantee the government would have something to say about it, especially with everything that's going on at the moment. Do you honestly think that they're going to allow a statue of Roman Abramovich sitting in the middle of London outside Chelsea Football Club with everything going on? Nah, no, they won't. They won't. They were happy for him to come along and help this country in dire needs, especially when COVID was going on. You know, and the amount of money that he's invested into this country, when you think about how long he's been here for 20 years, even when he's been sanctioned from this country, or, you know, it's sad. It's bollocks, to be honest. We might be the new mid-table team, or no, we won't. Relax. Chelsea Hotel was used for NHS workers. Give them meals. Exactly. It's still possible the government don't sanction, they'll struggle to. But we're gonna get into that because there is some more news today in regards to Roman Abramovich that's come out. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go straight into the Luton game, Chelsea game, which we have to talk about. I'm gonna buy Chelsea if Don Robbie doesn't, is what Marshall says. I'm gutted about Roman. We won't bet even with someone worth more. Not in terms of the connection that he had. Could we fund a statue? Yeah, but I just think that would cause a problem towards it. Chelsea fan, big up to you. And I want to say it again, only 30, not even 30 likes, 75 people here. Smash that like button for Roman Abramovich and everything that he's done for this football club. Smash it. If you love him, if you appreciate him, and you haven't hit that like yet, get them likes up. 29 likes. If you haven't done it, let's get it up. 50 likes. How quick can we get to 50 likes with 75 people here? Let's go. Show that appreciation, guys. Show that appreciation for a great owner we've had. We're on 35 already. Get another 15 in. If you haven't hit it, 36. Can we get another 14 left? All right, 12 left. 12 likes left, and we move on to the next bit. 40, 10 left. 10 left, guys. Let's get 10 more likes, guys. Smash that like for Roman. Smash that like for Roman. We're stuck on 40. Seems like everyone else that's in here has smashed the like button. That's fair enough. 42. Big up to everyone. Try and get this to 50 likes, guys. Right, let's move away from this comment. Sad comment. Sad day. And we now move on to today's news in regards to Roman Abramovich. And we start with this one. Officials from the Department for Culture, Media and Sports have raised concerns about the future of #Chelsea. If Roman Abramovich is sanctioned, they are preparing contingency plans to protect the future of the club. They're worried about the football club. They're worried that the government may act soon before the sale, because if you remember rightly, Roman stating in the statement that this is not to be fast tracked. This is something that's gonna take a bit of time. It's going to definitely take a bit of time. There's going to be a process in place. There was some other news to this, which we're going to get to now as well. That was only a quick one. I'll show you there. Some other news to this as well, which I wanted to quickly share as well. Obviously, we had this comment came out from Stephen Swinford. It's an exclusive from him as well. And he says that Britain will not be able to sanction Roman Abramovich until other I get this word always mucked up. Oligarchs for weeks or months, if at all. Foreign Office and National Crime Agency have been unable to prove reasonable grounds for designating the oligarchs sanctions. Britain will not be able to sanction Roman Abramovich until other oligarchs for weeks of months, if at all. Foreign Office and National Crime Agency have been unable to prove reasonable grounds for designating. So that tells me that two things. That tells me, one, that they're nowhere near have the rights. They nowhere near have the right proof to sanction him as soon as we think that it may happen. Secondly, it gives Roman a bit more time. When I say it gives him a bit more time, it gives him a bit more time to potentially look for owners. Now, I said yesterday that for Roman to come out with the statement that he did, I would assume that he sold the club. Or he's got someone, not sold it there and then, but he'd have someone in mind that he's willing to accept the offer for. Because to bring a statement out like that so quickly, that tells me that he's pretty much got someone in mind that he knows is going to come in and move and take on from the football club. But now this news has come out, whether it's true or not, or where it stands. I mean, it comes from Stephen Swinford himself. He works on behalf, he's a political editor for the Times as well. It does alleviate him from having to rush to make a decision. Gives him a couple, maybe months, weeks, 6 months, who knows, until they can provide more evidence to sanction him. It looks like they're not going to be able to sanction him as quickly as they want. This doesn't mean that Roman Abramovich is now going to send out a statement and go, guys, don't worry, actually, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay. They can't do me. But can you imagine if they do not sanction him, or there's no way they can provide heavy sanctions, and he'd made the decision to sell? That'd be long. That's all I'm going to say. I think he's acted on based upon what his lawyers have said to him and what he's been advised to do. Big up to Showtime in the house. Sanctions won't take effect for months if the British Parliament has the balls. Yeah, like I said, they got big up to Timo Werner's Secret Service seats on the way end. It was awful. I saw the images as well. Looked like you could just about see the game. Uncle Boris is giving Roman time to get out through the back door, is what George was saying. Gary says Marina also put statement out saying she's a little. So where? People keep saying this. Where? You know, the bad thing is about this comment, right? It does actually say if at all. It doesn't say just weeks and months. It also says if at all. Does that really make you think as a Chelsea fan? Does that really not make you think as a Chelsea fan? Like, if at all. What if he actually does not get heavy sanctions and he just sold the club? Did the British Parliament forget about the Roman did for the country during the pandemic? No, we spoke about it. Just actually spoke about that as well, Showtime. Not going to lie. Yeah, look, it's going to play out longer than what we think. Roman has more time to make a decision on who he sells it to. Could he pull back his statement? I don't think so. If he isn't going to be heavily sanctioned, I don't think he will know until this thing we're putting in Russia has sorted itself out. So is it worth taking that risk as an owner, knowing that the British government could always just sanction you at any time like that? I don't know. I don't think it's worth the risk, and I think him making the decision to do it is because he's just in the unsure. He doesn't know. 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. I'll be back. I'm here. Don't worry, I'm here. I am here, guys. But guess what? I'm here. I got food. Jem's got food again, man. I'm always eating. Come on, Boris Johnson, grow some balls is what Showtime's saying as well. So yeah, there you go. There's the Roman news, guys. I wanted to spend about half hour on that for now. There's going to be definitely more coming out in the next, pretty much every day, I reckon, until we actually find out who the new owner is and what Roman decides to do. Let me just eat a bit of rice. Right. Who wants to talk about Chelsea? Luton. We are going to open up them lines soon as well. Make sure you smash that like button. Like I said to you guys, smash that like button for Roman Abramovich if you haven't already. We've only got 49 likes. How quick can we get to 75 likes? How quick can we get to 75 likes? Do it for Roman, man. Do it for Roman. Right, we move. Let's get into the game, shall we? Because I want to talk about it. And obviously we had, after all of that news, we had a game to play against Lewin. And I'm not going to lie, when I saw that lineup, I was shocked. Ruben Loftus-Cheek at the back. But let's go to the lineups quickly. Right here. I'm looking at this lineup and I'm thinking to myself, what is he doing? Why is Ruben playing centre-back? And then looking at in the middle as well, and I'm thinking to myself, right, that's all right. We said yesterday that we thought Kennedy would play. I said Hudson-Odoi would play. I said Jorginho and Sal. I thought Jorginho would have played. It was just whether Sal or Ruben played next to him. You know, you look at the front three, Mount, Lukaku, Werner. Yeah, all right, fine. Still good enough. Rudiger playing as a right centre-back, fine. Sal playing as a left centre-back, fine. You know, it was a strong enough squad to go out and get the job done. Thomas Tuchel himself came out and said that the news around Roman Abramovich wasn't new. They were told this earlier on, so they were ready for the news. And based upon that first half, from what we saw in that first half, people were using the excuse of how the reason that we're playing like this is because of what the news over Rowan. And I'm sorry, I don't care what anyone says, and I said it at half time. There is no goddamn way that when you hear that news with that team that was playing out there against Luton, that you drop a stinking performance like that, because that was a stinking first half. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, I really don't. It was shocking. The only player on that pitch that was good enough that could have held their head high was Sal Niguez for me. I thought Sal Niguez, once we switched the system, worked. And you saw it in the second half. Part of the reason why we grew in that game was because we switched the system. Even though it was a 3-4-3, we switched it. And we started playing a 3-5-2. And once we allowed Werner, and I keep saying this to people with Timo Werner, once you allow Werner to just venture around Lukaku rather than telling him to hold his position, you get a better Timo Werner. Now, do I think the overall game was great? No. Were the goals that we conceded poor? Yeah. There is still a huge problem though. And it's the individual performances of individual players. Individual players' performances are poor. And I'm sorry, I'm going to call them out. But we're going to get to actually. Don't let me call them out yet. Let me get to the player ratings, because we're going to get to the player ratings. I wanted to just quickly... I'm jumping the gun. Let's just do this properly. What was I going to do? Go to match stats quickly. We dominated the game. 76% possession to their 24, 17 shots to their 5, 9 shots on target to their 3, 10 fouls each. We had 8 corners, only had 3. We dominated the game overall, which you expect from our football club. Now, before we get into the match ratings, there was a little sneaky pick of stats for this game. So it's just like they pick out stats throughout the game, the key stats. So since overcoming Norwich on penalties in round 3 in 2017-18, Chelsea have won 20 of their last 23 FA Cups and only lost 3, more than any other side. So in the FA Cup, in this competition specifically, we perform to quite a high standard. Reece Burke's strike for Luton after 1 minute 42 seconds was the quickest goal Chelsea have conceded in all competitions this season. Fair enough. Sal Niguez ended his run of 40 consecutive club appearances for the Blues without a goal in all competitions since scoring for Atletico Madrid back in Jan 2021. Where are we now? Believe me now. That's a long time ago, man. That's actually too long ago. Since his debut for Chelsea, Timo Werner has been directly involved in 34 goals in all competitions. 19 goals, 15 assists, more than any other player at our club in that period. I bet the Timo haters won't like that one. Timo Werner, since he arrived at Chelsea, 19 goals, 15 assists, has more than any other player in the club in this period. That's pretty embarrassing, isn't it? For someone that's so bad. And don't get me wrong, I don't think he was great. But the willingness to keep scapegoating Timo Werner when it's just not Timo Werner. He is part of it, yeah. Timo Werner didn't score yesterday and give us an assist. We would have lost that game. If Timo Werner didn't score and give Lukaku that assist, we would have lost yesterday. Would have. People need to understand that. It was a great finish. Great finish by Timo Werner. Couldn't have asked for a better finish. He does maybe deserve a little bit more game time. Do I think he's frustrating? Yeah, we're going to get into that. We are definitely. I'm nearly finished, by the way. I'm nearly done. Let me just eat this. Then I can just talk. One more spoonful. Sorry, I'm on a bit of a weird diet. Chicken, broccoli, and white rice. That's what I'm eating. I'm having to get my protein in. I am. But I'm done. You got my attention now. I'm here. Right. Yeah, I know. Sorry, man. I don't usually do that. I don't like eating while I'm live because it's unfair in you guys. You want me to talk and I'm sitting there just munching my chicken. But if I don't eat it now, I don't get it in on time. And every time, this is my time to eat. So it's always when I'm streaming. But I'm here. Right, guys, let's go. Let's get into it. Am I doing the link? Yes. Bear with me. We're going to just do the lines and we're going to get into it. Anyone finding that Luton Grow? I wasn't there, so I couldn't answer that one. Classic gym bro meal. I eat that 3 times a day. It gets shit. Yeah, that's what I'm on at the moment. I'm eating it 4 times a day with protein shakes. Oh, other pills as well. ZMA, glutamine. Oh man, there's so much going on at the moment. I mean, getting that inside my body, bro. Big up my people reporting from hospital. Liver's getting better. Foot also took a knock last week. Help me and Gem out. Like and share and subscribe. See you all soon. Big up to Ads, who is currently in hospital at the moment as well. I hope you get better, my guy. Take care of yourself. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Smash that like button, like you said, though, guys. Let's get them likes up. Only 55 likes. Another 20 will give us 75 likes. So let's get that up. You want pure protein, eat insects. Well, don't do that. I can't do that. Anyway, back to the game. So we're going to quickly do some quick ratings, quick fire ratings, because this is an easy rating for me. I can fly through this today, and then I'm going to open up the line straight after, and we can get you involved. You can talk about Chelsea performance. You can talk about Roman and what he said yesterday, and the news that we spoke about today in regards to Roman as well. We can do all that. No problemo. Right. Let's start, shall we? Let's start with Kepa Arrizabalaga. Simple and easy answer for me. Rating out of 10, 3. He reminded me of the old Kepa yesterday. He was shocking. His playing out was poor. He was doing that thing where he don't talk to his defenders and it just assumes, and he let the ball roll out when Sarr headed it back to him. Instead of just getting it, he left it and they got a corner from it. The goals I don't blame him much for because they were just a good header, and the other one, could he have come out quicker? I think maybe. Spread his body a bit more, still a good finish. But overall, he just looked dejected. He didn't look like the Kepa that we've seen. But for me, Kepa was not great. Big up Rude Boy Jim, not taking anything under a 10 for Kennedy. Big up to Couch as well. Nice to see you. I think I might be on a stream with Couch later, guys. So make sure that you stay tuned for that one. Yeah, but you can say Malang Sarr tax, but he's himself. The balls were being played back to Kepa, yeah, and usually he's good with his feet, and he's just he's like hoofing it out for blooming throw-ins, making the wrong decisions. You know, he wasn't good yesterday. The fact is, he wasn't good. He was a free. He was a free for me. Poor. Get your ratings in the chat. I want to know your ratings, guys. In the meantime, while you're doing that, smash the like button as well. Lines are going to be open shortly for you guys. 5 for CY London. I'm going for a 3, mate. I'm heavy critical for yesterday's game. I don't care if people want to use the Roman excuse as their poor performance. It doesn't work for me because we keep seeing this, especially with certain individuals, and I'm basing it on individual performances just not being good enough because irrelevant to the Luton game yesterday. This is not the first time that we've seen certain players play in positions and stink the place up. Let's just get it right. Like, they consistently just keep dropping stinky performances. 6.5, 5.5. Ben says he's going for a 5. Yes, you can, Mike Green. If you want to come on as well, the link will be open soon as well. Let's get this over 100 likes, though. 94 people here. Please share on your socials as well. Should be over 100 soon. Yep, we're getting to over 100 viewers now. So let's move away from Kepa. And we now move on to Antonio Rudiger, who I felt a little bit sorry for because he was left with Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Sarr next to him. Did I think he had a great game? How can you say he did when the defense wasn't that great? Still done his job to a degree. I would give Rudiger a 5. Rudiger's a 5 for me in this game. But then again, like I said, you're playing one person out of position next to him and another person that just decided that he didn't want to turn up. So I would give Antonio Rudiger a 5 for me. Not anything more than that. 5.5. 8, 6, 5, 8. Some people think he was an 8. Nah, man. I know what an 8 was for me. Chelsea are back. Stop it. Stop it, Noah. Stop this. Rudiger's 6 left out to dry. Yes, I agree. He was left out to dry to a degree. There's not much he could have done with the people next to him. So for me, Rudiger is a 5. We move on from Rudiger and we now jump on to our centre-back, who Tuchel decided to pick. And listen, as much as we can, before I say what I'm going to say about Ruben Loftus-Cheek, as much as we can criticise him for what he did yesterday, we do have to remember he was being played out of position. He should not have found himself in that position in the first place. Tuchel picked him to play there when he maybe could have not done so. Do I think that the first goal with Malang Sarr didn't make no sense to me? We're going to come to Malang Sarr next. But the second goal where it was played behind and they were all just easy through, it was just too much gaps. He, in the first half, I'm going to talk about Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I saw people saying, yeah, he should have been man of the match. I don't know how he was man of the match. What was man of the match about what he did? All right, the second half, he drove forward with the ball. He does that in midfield. But, he's not the man of the match, especially when he's playing in a position that he's not comfortable in. He was poor in the first half. He was poor. And I don't blame him too much because he's not meant to be there. What made Tuchel think he could play in there doesn't make any sense. The fact that we conceded 2 goals against Luton is embarrassing. His position was wrong. He held the ball too long. He just didn't look comfortable there. Didn't understand where to get up or get out or then to drop. And then in the second half, where we had more of the ball because we switched the system to a 3-5-2, he then looked more comfortable. And he did, and he was better in that game. And his ball to Timo Werner was lovely. Don't get me wrong. But we had our defender, a central back defender who's not a defender, cover him, driving forward with a ball. Doing what he does. He does that in midfield. Doesn't surprise me when he does that. It's nothing new with Ruben Loftus-Cheek, him doing that. Do you know what I mean? But, for me, he should just never have found himself there in the first place. For me, he was a 5. People were saying, this is what people were saying, 6, 7, 7, 6, 8, 7. It's not a 7 for me. It's just the first half was so poor. Second half, he was better, but his first half was so poor. Ruben Loftus-Cheek 8 out of position. Second half, he balled out. If that's what you call balling out. Fair enough. 6 for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. 5 for me. I'm giving him a 5. Yeah, the makeshift defender style was poor, Kennedy debut. No, I'm happy we got the win. Don't get me wrong. That's not the point today, because I ain't gonna blame Ruben Loftus-Cheek, because again, like we said, he shouldn't be playing that position. But we can still criticize players for their individual performances in positions, because what we are seeing from them is the same bullshit that we're seeing in most games. Their lack of consistency. You know, it's just not good enough. Can't wait for Gallagher and Brozier to come back, is what Kevio is saying. We're going to get to Kennedy soon. 8-7. For me, it was a 5. All right, that might be harsh. 5.5. 5.5. But that is it. I'm not rating anyone really highly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going to be quick through these. We then can talk about Malang Sarr. Where is this guy? Who, let's get it right, has been good. Has been good up till yesterday. Up till yesterday. And he had a very poor performance. The first goal didn't make any sense to me, because he was marking one of the tallest guys. Have you seen how tall Malang Sarr is? Why he was picking up this Mr. Burke up front made no sense. So for me, the organisation of who should be marking who was wrong at the beginning. Shouldn't have been him. The second goal, he found himself well out of position. The second half, he kept, he got a little bit better, but he still kept giving the ball away at the back. Didn't look comfortable, didn't look on it. And he had one of them games. For me, he was who did I give a 3? Kepa a 3. I've got to give him a 2. I think I'm going to give him a 2. He was just average. He was genuinely actually average. 1 for turning up. I might be harsh, but I'm going to give him a 0.5. 2. 5. Jem, Chelsea got the win, and is that the main thing? Luton are a tough. Yeah, nah, man. Sorry. 3. Sarr's decision making was shocking on the night. I agree. 2-1. Sarr was shocking yesterday. He almost cost us the game, which has his passings. Jesus Christ, 2. Yeah, 2's fine. Hey, also loads of sports wire. 2 is not average. 2 is shit. Exactly. 2 is shit. He was shit. There's nothing more to say about it. He was shit. We was shit. We move on from him anyway, because I want to open up the lines for you guys as well. I want to talk about. Is he even here? I don't think he's in the team. Oh, he is. There he is. Kennedy. First game in for Chelsea. Now, I thought Kennedy was better than Callum Hudson-Odoi in the first half, specifically. I thought he had that good little shot at goal, which was a great save. He linked up well with Soundly Grizz when we switched the formation into a 3-5-2. He looked better. In the 3-4-3, he kind of went missing, struggled to get hold of the ball. Not played much games, so you can probably give him that. But do I think he was shocking? No. Some people thought he was shocking. I don't think he was. I think he was probably a 5.5, 6, maybe. Say 5.5. 7, 5, 5, 10 for Couch. 5, 5. No, I want to say a 5.5 to a 6 for me. I don't think it was that bad. He did a job. Did do a job. 6. Big up to Simon in the house as well. Big up to you. 5, 6, 5.5, 5. Yeah. That's fair enough. That's fair enough, guys. He looked lost to me. Had a nice nutmeg though. Nah, I don't think he was that bad, Couch. What looked lost is the other side, who we're going to get to next. He looked lost. 5. Yeah, all right. Kennedy, big up to you anyway. Gave it your all, mate. First game back. I will allow you. But we have to start talking about certain people, because when we think about Chelsea Football Club and the players that are in the first team, that should be in the first team, we're talking about elite players competing at the top level, over 4 or 5 competitions, especially what Chelsea done this year. The argument for Callum Hudson-Odoi last year was that he didn't get enough game time. We're now giving him more games than what he did last year. Do I think he had good games? Yes. I thought he played very well. But do I also think he's had some really shit games? Yeah. Yesterday, people were arguing that he was asked to play right wing back again, and it doesn't suit him. But I've seen him play left wing back. I've even seen him play as a left-sided forward and still disappear out of games. For me, I like Callum Hudson-Odoi. I think he has all the talent in the world, a bit like Ruben Loftus-Cheek. But the issue that I have with Callum Hudson-Odoi is Callum Hudson-Odoi himself. The issue is he can't seem to he doesn't have the right mentality. Doesn't work hard enough. Doesn't realise that he's not involved in games. He's happy to just plodder along in games. I think he's a good player. Maybe we're playing him in a wrong system. People can argue that. And he has all the talent in the world to be a very good player. But when you're a winger, which is what he was, a winger, who doesn't drive forward with the ball and take on players, who's only scored 4 goals in 4 seasons. 4 seasons, all right, you could argue that he's not played a lot in, but he played a lot under the Sarri season before he got injured. You know, he's been given loads this year. He gave a little bit last year. I don't know if... I don't want to sell him, but I think he needs a loan. I genuinely think he needs a loan. And when I talk about all the forwards, and we're going to talk about all the forwards today, I don't think he's good enough at this moment in time for Chelsea Football Club. I don't. Not from what I'm seeing. He's too inconsistent. Yeah, but we always have this excuse. Always something with this boy. There's always something that is a reason to why he's playing like that. But we have no excuse of people like that now. We have no excuse for Pulisic. We have no... Like, I just... 4. For me, he was a 2. I thought he was poo. Wasn't even involved. Couldn't even cross. Didn't take his player on. Always looked for the easy pass. Went backwards, sideways. Doesn't do things. He doesn't play the game to his benefits ever. He makes it hard for himself. I wouldn't say he doesn't work hard enough. I just think he has really bad games. His execution of things are really poor. Not good enough. You just said it there. His execution of things are really poor. That is bad. That's a real bad trait to have if you're a forward. If you cannot execute, that is a bad trait as a forward. 3, doesn't play enough in his position to be... He doesn't play enough in his position to be inconsistent. I just don't know. I just don't know how we can use him. I don't genuinely like... He just goes missing. That is it. He just goes missing. Even if you play him more consistently in his position, he's just not... I don't think he's there yet. I do think he needs a loan. I do. I'm getting to the point now where I said it last year. Let him go if he's not going to get game time. This year we're giving him game time. Do I still feel happy with him? No, I don't. I just genuinely don't, because I know how talented the boy is, and why I'm so hugely critical of him is because I know how good he is when he on his day. I just don't see it enough. You know, we move. I gave him a 3. Poor. We're going to move. We're going to move on to Jorginho. Again, I don't really know what the... I don't really know... I didn't even know he was on the pitch. I didn't even know he was playing. I genuinely didn't even know he was playing until he got subbed. 4? I don't even know what's much more to say about Jorginho. I'll just give him a 4. Big up to you, bro. 3, 5, 4 for me. I didn't even know he was on the pitch. He doesn't really bring any impact, and that's just the way he plays the game. He keeps the ball well, he moves it. But I don't know. I didn't see much. Again, 4, 5, 4. Yeah. He wasn't good for me. He wasn't great, but he done his job as always. We've got 68 likes, guys. Let's try and close that gap to 100. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel as well. We're on a road to 4.6k subscribers, and we're currently 20 away from doing that. So if you are new here, please subscribe to GNA TV as well. Please get them likes up though. Let's try and close that gap. If you ain't hit it now. How quick can we get it to 80? Let's go. 20 more likes. 20 more likes. Let's go. If you haven't hit it. See how quick we can move this. 72. Nice. How quick can we get it? How quick can we get it? Big up to Artem as well. He's been invisible on the pitch the last 4 to 5 games. God, I wish the Glazers were Russians as well. 4-4. Yeah, we move. We move. Let's get away from Jorginho. Sal Niguez. Now, if you want to know who was the man of the match for me, personally, it was this guy. I thought he had a good first half, and I thought he had a decent second half. When I think about the overall performance in 90 minutes, I would say that Sal Niguez was probably one of our best players. He scored a very nice goal. Movement was good. Got stuck in. Used that, especially in the first half, used that left-hand side well to link up with Kennedy. Looked good. Supported Lukaku and Werner at the front when he could. Up and down the pitch. Had more of an effect in the midfield than any of them put together. He should have been man of the match for me. That guy there should have been man of the match. You know, his performance didn't drop. As much as the performances around him were poo, he didn't. Saulinho, I'll give Sal an 8 because he should have been man of the match for me. Genuinely think he had a good game yesterday. 70.5, 77 likes. Only 77 likes. 77. How quick can we get another 10? That's what I want to know. Timo, bro. Nah, Timo, bro. 3 goals. Yeah, but we're going to get to Timo in a bit. We'll get to Timo, don't worry. No, I'm giving it to Sal Niguez. I am, because I thought he had a very good game overall. I'm talking about the overall game, 0 to 90, Chris. I don't think Werner had a 0 to 90 great game yesterday. He had a great spell in the second half when we switched the system, but then the overall performance of the player, I thought Sal Niguez was there for me. Strong. Yeah. Sal 8, loved the attacking positions he found himself in. No Ruben off the cheek was fantastic, Gem. If that's what you think. Yeah, we can get to 100 likes. I know everyone wants to just smash that like. We're on 81. We need another 19 likes. Let's get another 19 likes, guys. Let's do it. Big up to Cruz as well. Nice to see you. 8 for Sal. Yeah, I think he was man of the match. Can we talk about Reece James? I ain't going to talk about subs. I can't be bothered. Reece James done okay when he came on. You know, Harvey Vale done okay when he came on. I want to move forward and I want to get on to the next man. Money Mason Mount. Now, Money Mason Mount, especially in the first half, could have had 2 assists if people would have finished their dinner. Did he have an overall great game? I thought he had an okay game. Did I think it was a poor game? Hell no. Could he have had more assists? Yeah. He found himself in great positions and played the ball quite well. He did have that shocking cross with his left foot that went out the stand. I remember that moment. But overall, good performance. You know, I would say big up to DJ Savjay as well. I'd give Mount probably a 6.5, to be fair. 6.5. Yeah, 6 or a 6.5 is good for me. What are people saying? Mount was a 6. Mount was a 6. Fair enough. Mount was a 6.67. Mount Bayer are already on rope watch. I would say it was a 6.5, to be honest. I don't think he had to pay. I'm not going to sit here and talk much about Mason Mount because I didn't think he was that bad. Some people may think he was. I don't think he was. A 4. He definitely wasn't a 4 yesterday. Not for me. It's only his second game back. Mount attracts so many cranks. Just a kid. 6.5. Money Mason Mount was a prat. Nah, come on. Come on, Stuart. Don't be like that. 6.5 is a good. I think 6.5. Swear. We move on to the 2 up front. And we'll start with Timo Werner, who, when I saw on social media, was getting a lot of stick about, the way he was playing. And was he taking too many touches? Was he making the wrong decisions? Yes. He was frustrating to a degree. Do I think he's probably going to leave the football club? Yeah, I do. I think in the summer he'll probably go. Be one of the first to go. He has weird moments. 3 goal assists in 3 games. You know, he's had more impact than any other forward since he's came through the door at Chelsea Football Club. Now, I'm not sticking up for the guy, but when we look at it in hindsight, yes, his performances are poor. Yes, his touch is bad. Could he have had an extra 15, 20 goals last year? Yes, he could have. But he still fits better in this system. And when you play 3-5-2, and I keep saying this, and you allow him to just swivel and move around Lukaku, you get a better look in Timo Werner. Now, yes, he finds himself in the position. Yes, he takes too many touches in front of goal when he should shoot. Yes, he should maybe look up when he's a lot quicker and maybe make a decision quicker. Yeah, but he's still always on the move. He's still trying to find a way to create space for himself. He's still trying to make things happen. Now, the truth is this. Ruben Loftus-Cheek ball was great. Werner's touch was lovely. The finish that we saw yesterday is what we've been wanting to see since last season. That nice finesse finish. If he didn't score that goal yesterday, and if Ruben didn't pick the ball out to him, and him pay the ball across to Lukaku and pull it in, we don't win that game. So, as much as people want to slate him yesterday, without his goal and his assist, we wouldn't have won that game. So, that's my thing with Timo Werner. People hate on him because they just think he's technically not good enough. But he benefits the system more when he plays in the right system, and he creates more because he's always on the move. So, yeah, it's quite a weird one with him. But do I think he's good enough for Chelsea Football Club? Hell no. But I thought he'd done okay. You know, I would give him a good 6.5, probably a 6.5. 6 or a 6. Werner a 7. I think 6.5 for me. Timo Dino 6. Werner ain't going nowhere, is what Kevio's saying. Werner 7 was probably even the worst player on the pitch, but in the last 2 minutes he turned up. Yeah, and that's the difference, right? That is the difference, turning up. 8 for Werner, better than Lukaku in movement, 100%. Not even a discussion. Werner was 7, but he did well against a tough Luton team. Yeah. 4 goals, 7 assists in 1,300 minutes, baller. Yeah, you got to bear in mind, he's had a lot less minutes than other forwards. I think he's got the less minutes out of all the other forwards that we played. Maybe he does deserve a little bit more time, a bit of patience. 8 for Timo. 9 for Timo. Jem, what? Hang on. No, Ruben Loftus-Cheek was man of the match. That's who they pick. That's who they picked. He weren't man of the match for me, unfortunately. He didn't have an overall great game. But he has moments, and his moments influence us getting back in games, whether it's not him scoring, it's him assisting. And that's a good trait to have, because at least he's still contributing to the team and the success of the team. That's what I keep saying to people with Timo Werner. He weren't an 8. Last one, and we're going to open up the lines. Romelu Lukaku got his goal. Nice, great finish. Was it a great performance? No. Do we still struggle with him in the team? Yes. The thing that annoys me with Romelu Lukaku, and I keep saying it every fucking game when I sit here and talk to you guys, he doesn't suit our system. He just doesn't. He himself doesn't try and adapt his game to our system. He doesn't. So if he's not going to adapt his game to our system because we won't play to his strengths, then what is the point of him? Because yesterday, he lost duels again. He had easy headers. He could have scored more than one goal. He had opportunities. His movement was crap. And in 65 minutes of playing Luton, he did beat his record, guys. Now, we know that he's had 7 touches in the whole game. At 65 minutes yesterday, he had 14 touches the whole game. 14 touches for 100 million. Divide that 14 touches by 100 million. There you go. That honestly, I'm going to say it as it is when it comes to Romelu Lukaku. Kai Havertz has to start up front. End of, period. For me, he has to. He does not adapt himself to our system. He still chooses to not work for the team. And he's still so static and slow. He points and he puts his... Do you know what? He moves his arms more than his legs. He moans so much at everyone else about his movement because they didn't find him, that his arms are doing more movement than his own legs. He was moaning at Timo Werner for making space and crossing the ball into the perfect area, which any other striker, or elite striker, I might say, would be in that position to get in front of the goal and put it back in net. This guy's fucking 2 miles behind and going like this. That's all I see him do. That's all I see him do on the pitch. It's stressing me out watching him. I'm happy he got his goal today. Yesterday, I'm happy he did score his goal. And that little bit of movement for Werner to find him in the back post, that run to the back post, he has to do that more. He has to think, right, where do I think this ball's going to go before? Right, Timo Werner's there. Right, he's got the ball. There's that space. Let me run into that space. This guy just goes, right, there's that space. Oh, actually, I'll stand here and I'll go like this. Is he directing traffic? Is he directing traffic? What's he doing? Is he generally directing traffic? His arms move more than his legs. He can't win any headers. He generally can't jump. I have never seen someone as big as tall as him that just can't jump. And this is the truth before I open up the lines. He was I don't even know what to give him. I don't generally know what to give him. He's definitely none of this. He's nowhere near this. I don't know what game you're watching. He's definitely nowhere near this. He was 4.5. He was a 4. Even a 4. He only got a 4.5 because he scored. If he didn't score, I would have given him a 3. I genuinely would have given him a 3. And I want to say this before I open up the lines. Really quickly. All the people that keep scapegoating Timo Werner on this thingy, asking him to get taken off, I'm going to be honest, and this is my personal opinion, right? I would rather have a Timo Werner on the pitch that is stressful to watch, but creates space for himself and then creates opportunities for others, but not score, but still impact the team because of the way he plays the game, because he doesn't stop, he works hard. I'd rather have that type of player in my team all day over a player that is a passenger, that's not even involved, that doesn't work hard, that doesn't do anything, that pretty much leaves you playing with 10 men. This guy lets us play with 10 men. Timo Werner doesn't. Timo Werner is fucking stressful to watch and he annoys me. Trust me, he gets on my nerves as well in certain positions. But he keeps trying. He keeps making runs and eventually he will create a chance which will lead to a goal because he doesn't stop. He's consistent. He doesn't stop. What he ain't consistent at doing is scoring. But he will make space which will lead to a goal because that's his strengths. This guy doesn't want to. He just wants it always to land to his feet like he's the kingpin. He doesn't have to do anything because he's Lukaku. Just give it to me. I'm here. I'm sorry. It's just not good enough, man. I don't, and it's just getting, and people can just stick. You can stick up for him if you want. I'll tell you one more bloke who was tall and can jump. Can't jump. Well, even he could jump better than him. That's Tammy, and Tammy had a bad header. But that's the truth, Chris. There's no agenda there. I don't know where your people's goggle eyes are. I think people wear goggles. 6. And the thing is, I didn't even stick up for anyone. I'm just saying it as I see it. And I've always been like this. Always be like this. Yeah, sorry, man. I'm finished now. There we go. Let me put the link in the chat. There's the link. There's a link. We're 12 away from 100 likes. Let's get that to 100 likes. Once we get to 100 likes, the panel come in. The panel will come on. How quick can we get this to 100 likes, people? If you ain't hit it now. Hit it now. Hit it now. I'm looking at it. 88. How quick can we get this in before the panel come in? Hit the likes. Hit that like button. 90. We need 10 more. 10 more for the panel. 10 more for the panel. Yeah, I saw that, DJ. I did see that. We'll talk about that in a bit as well. Sasuke with a donation says, guys, if the new owners are crap, we need to protest. Big up to you, bro. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We really would have to wait and see. We've got 92. We need 8 more likes to 100. 93. 93 likes. 7 more likes. Let's go. Smash it. Not yet, man. Not yet. Not yet. Nothing come through yet. Smash that like button. That's all. Matt, real Chris. Claire, what's happening?
Oh, good. I think I stitched my hip, man. After that, because of that seat.
That's my boy.
That's my client. That's my
yeah. Comment on it. That was
my
hilarious.
client.
I was dying. That was so funny.
A 6.5 for Timo. For a guy who got 2 assists and 1 goal?
Chris, do you want me to explain it to you again so that you understand?
No, Jim, let Chris explain it.
What do you mean?
I want to hear from Chris. Please, Chris.
He literally won us the game.
Give me like his analysis and what you expect from the play and the passion. I want to all. Give me the package, Chris. Give me your big package, Chris.
I'm trying to give it to you. You just keep saying, give it. He literally, gives assists and goals. An attacker is supposed to be doing that type of stuff, and he's doing it. So I can't really ask more for an attacker who's literally gave all the goals and assists in that game.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Was you happy with his performance the whole game?
But he's never a great look on.
Was you happy with his performance the whole game?
Yeah, I am.
What? So you were happy with it before he scored goals and assists? So that first half performance where he was taking too many touches, not making runs, struggled to get in the game. You were happy with that?
Yes, I can't lie. I was frustrated.
He got assist in the first
I'm a
half,
patient man. I'm a patient man that first half.
Don't do that. Don't say that's an assist.
It is assist.
I can tell you, I was sitting next to Lewis. Lewis kept nudging me on the right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you, he was stressed, and he keep looking at me. That's your man. That's your man. Deal with it. Yeah.
That's your man who saved.
I was patient the whole game. I'm the only man in that ground, probably one of the only man in that ground. I was patient the whole game. Finally came that moment. That's it. But apart from that, yeah.
Well,
look, I don't think his overall game merits. When I do my ratings, I base it upon the whole game, not little moments. Like, don't get me wrong, he was good in the second half once we switched the system to the 3-5-2. Yeah, I agree. But that's common sense, because I've always been saying to people, Timo Werner, play him where he can just roam around. Because when you do that, you'll get the best out of him. And yes, he grew in the game, but he wasn't overall. It wasn't overall great performance by any of them, barring Sao Negres for me. That's it. But that's the way I saw the game. I mean, Matt, what are you saying?
Man, I didn't watch the game live. I had to replay it today, and as everyone said, when I saw Timo Werner score 2 assists and 1 goal, I was like, man, he would have had a fantastic game. And then I watched the game, and I was like, this guy was kind of fucking shocking, to be honest, for what I saw on paper. So on paper, I thought he was very, very good, but when you watch him and you just his movement and all that, it's not there, and I don't think he's Premier League ready. I mean, I used to love Werner, and I still don't mind the guy, but like, he's not Premier League ready. Like, he's not there yet. And I think August comes, and I think August he goes, because it's not it, it's not it, and it's not the level for him. I think this is his level, and still for this level, he didn't perform that well. It was just, some on paper it was good, but when you look at the eye test, it wasn't that good. But besides that, I mean, yeah, it was a pretty shit game in general. Like, all I care about is we got to the next round. That's all that matters, to be honest.
Kepa dropped the stinker, didn't he?
Oh my god, he dropped the stinker. He did. But we knew. We still.
You can do much.
No, you can't do it. We got Loftus-Cheek and centre back. You got
This is his standard anyway.
This is not
like both the goals.
This is Kepa's standard anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know.
When you got Loftus-Cheek in front of him, like, well, I don't know what he's supposed to do. When you got Loftus-Cheek, why is this man playing centre back?
Where's Grey Wolves? Because Grey Wolves telling me that Ruben Loftus-Cheek was like the best player on the pitch. I don't know.
He was decent. He
was for playing centre back for the first time. Okay, but like for him as a player, it was pretty shit.
I don't
you guys know we're versing Luton Town, yeah?
Second half,
exactly.
Versing Luton Town. Did everyone forget that? Like the way we stick up for Werner, Lukaku, bro, they scored a goal which is the minimum we expect against versing Luton. Minimum. Like, my patience fed up. People got to understand that Lukaku and Werner are the highest earners, between Kante, highest earners. When any of you guys talk about transfer talk, right, and you want players in. Players aren't coming in when you got our earners that should be carrying us, right, struggling against Luton Town. And then you get a goal, and then you want to praise them against. They should be having a laugh in this game. This should be a training game.
Yeah, if you have your preferred 11, maybe, and if you have guys that are playing in the proper positions, maybe.
Most of the team was
so was Lukaku and Werner out of position?
Declared. This entire squad was a mismatch of players. Our build-up play was horrific. So when you're talking about the final third, you're talking about like the likes of Lukaku and Werner, who actually won us the game. You can't be talking about the overall game because we didn't have anything in the middle. We had nothing out wide. And yeah, they scored. That's all you could ask. We beat them because we have better individual talent, not because our tactics were great. Our team play was great.
I would like to give 100 mil and 300k a week and 270k or 50 mil. I want the big money for players that should be actually carrying us a little bit.
To dribble through 11 guys and score on his own.
I disagree.
But they can make their own chances, man.
No, I disagree with the whole thing of that. You know, we didn't have the players in the right position. The only player that we didn't have.
We had
what?
That's
Mount. Callum Hudson-Odoi was wingback.
Wait, no, because Couch. Let's have it. Callum Hudson-Odoi has been playing there.
But it doesn't mean that he's good there, though. It doesn't mean that he's good there.
Yeah, fine. But listen, when you're talking about players being played out of position yesterday, Ruben Loftus-Cheek was played out of position yesterday. When you're talking about a midfield of Jorginho, Sal, and Kennedy, who's playing off a position where he's probably naturally comfortable.
This is Kennedy's first game. Let's be honest.
Fine, but he's still not out of position. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just saying this.
You look at Sarr and Rudiger as a back three. They played in back threes. All right, Rudiger's not played off the right. I think maybe once, but still,
it was a mismatch squad.
I'm back.
Let's not lose sight of the fact.
When you look at the front three, Lukaku, Mount, and Werner, there was nothing mismatched about that.
I almost forgot Mount was playing.
And we're versing Luton Town.
Exactly.
That excuse might apply for another EPL team, another big team.
Wallahi, Luton Town is in the playoff spot, by the way.
What's that?
They're in the playoff spot, by the way, in Luton Town. They're not.
I don't look at.
Okay, for example, look at Middlesbrough. They're beating literally Man United and Tottenham as well. So it can happen.
Luton Town's changed 5 players, by the way.
That's why we call the magic of the FA Cup, man.
And they had Ronaldo and stuff, and still can be there.
Hey, Luton Town changed 5 players. Add that too, yeah.
By the way,
they were missing 5 players.
If you don't know Luton Town, they play together back as well. Literally, they mash our system.
Yeah, so Suke with the donation says, Jim, can't we do a banner so that Roman sees it? That says, don't sell the club to Americans. America will destroy our club, to be honest. I don't think they can do that. I don't think they're going to do
Elon
that.
Musk, would you accept that?
Well, yeah, I like Elon Musk personally.
Richest man on the world?
No, Elon Musk runs his businesses like Roman does. Doesn't care about profit. It's all about purpose.
Yeah.
He actually runs them badly. He needs money all the time. But if he runs Chelsea like that, it'd be perfect. Because it's all about purpose.
He cares about him. He cares about his business.
Josh, come on, Josh. No, we're not giving Loftus-Cheek man that match.
Yeah,
always comes at me, Josh. Always coming at me.
Matt, think of Tesla sponsors on the mask.
Oh, love that.
Suke with another donation says, I'm American. I know they are money mongers, to be honest. Big up to you, bro. Thanks for the donation again. A lot of people saying that with Americans, aren't they? Apparently, they seem to just only care about the money, but they're basing it on what they're seeing with like the Glazers and FSG and other individual chairmen of other football clubs. So I don't know. We have to wait and see, man. I wouldn't say
it's the franchise model.
It's not about the country; it's the individuals. Yeah,
exactly. I agree. It's the individuals. I
want a one-man team.
I was putting it more to how the sports are run there, and then they bring it kind of here. Like it's not a massive issue in America. They all kind of run like that, but they bring it here, and people see it very differently.
Yeah,
and the individual as well.
Who's bringing it though? Like you're talking about the Glazers and Kroenke, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's individual, but for me, it's an American culture sport. So that's why
we'll get onto that in a second. I want to just quickly finish off with this game. I mean, Fator, you were at the game yesterday. Obviously, you could see it. What were your thoughts on the overall game?
That front three.
The overall game. The overall
game. It was shit. I can't lie.
Yeah.
At times it was frustrating because I feel like in the first half we were sleeping a lot. I think that first goal was caught for me by surprise as well from the set pieces. We didn't deal that well. I think it's been a regular occurrence that we've been struggling a lot though. And Luton Town, give them credit where it's due. I think they're
shut the fuck up, Josh. Oh my god, this guy. This guy always coming at me. What did I say?
They're a better team in the first half, Jim, regardless, but. Yeah, I feel like Tuchel did try to tweak it out in that second half, and then it did work out. And then Werner's literally the changing player in that game.
Coming for you, Matt.
What the fuck did I do now? I didn't say anything.
Put some respect on the man of the match, man. Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, I did.
His first start at center back. Let me run through some numbers for you, Matt. 105 touches, most in the game. 10 recoveries, most in the game. 5 of 6 ground duels won. 6 of 8 aerial duels won. 4 of 5 long balls completed. 80 of 86 passes completed. And 1 key assist to one Timo Werner. Okay, so put a little respect on this man's name. He bossed the game not only from center back, but when he moves into the midfield, dominated the game in the midfield. So I don't want to hear all this. Matt's one of those guys when he saw the lineup. Oh my God, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is playing center back. What are we doing? Oh my God! And what did he come out? He dropped a masterclass on your head, Matt. So I don't know. Let's talk about 2 goals conceded. Who conceded 2 goals? Kepa Arrizabalaga. Okay.
Wait, who was in front of him? Let's
talk about those 2 goals. Let's talk about those 2 goals. One from a set piece.
Not his fault.
Standing flat-footed, nowhere to be found. Malong Sarr beat on the front post, and the second goal, Malong Sarr loses his man. Listen, enough of the Ruben Loftus-Cheek slander. Okay, put some respect on his name, and put a little respect on Timo Werner's name too.
Exactly.
2 assists and a goal. Let's not fight.
Listen, Josh, I've been the patient man the whole game. I've been the patient man the whole game. All I see is the keyboard warriors making this space. J equals R. During the move space. Oh, they've been shit. Oh, it needs to be sold. It should be sold up.
I know they do.
Why aren't we talking about Mason Mount, who literally kicked the ball out of the goddamn stadium?
You know what I'm going to do for you pussies warriors out there, yeah? I'm going to let you to come to the game, sit next to my seat and watch the game. Just watch the game from my standpoint. Just do that.
You know what's funny?
I can hook up you some tickets, you know.
What's funny is
Newcastle tickets, bro. That's what I'm looking for.
What's funny is we were talking with Andrew. Andrew after the game yesterday. It's like when you talk about Mount, you have to qualify before you speak about Mount. You have to qualify. Listen, I like Mason Mount. He's a good player, but he was bad today. When you talk about Timo, you have to qualify with I don't like him. He's not a good player, but today, he did play well. It's like the standard is so ridiculous. Mason Mount yesterday was fucking shocking. Where was this guy?
It's been shocking all month, bro. It's been fucking.
He was
didn't even
terrible.
know he was playing, to be honest.
He had a couple of nice ball carries. He had a couple of nice ball carries, but that was it. That was it.
Not even Minnows.
Should have been rested, to be
That
honest.
haircut is killing him right now, man. I'm telling you, that haircut needs
What's
to
the
go.
minutes, Jam? I know you texted him, Jam.
Well, Minerals,
Minerals ain't backing that one up, bro. That was shocking.
Minerals is. It's pretty good that Minerals is not here because he said Mount.
He was Johnny's man of the match yesterday. I don't know.
What?
Why, are you surprised?
Yeah, no, I know, right? It kind of goes hand in hand.
All right, I want to go to Couch. Couch, what was your thoughts on the overall game, and how did you feel Romelu Lukaku performed as well?
Boy, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I was in and out of that match just because the news of the day was just killing me. But from what I saw, I just thought we had absolutely no shape. We had no build-up play whatsoever, and we just looked disjointed. And I told you, I don't think that we looked like a squad that had played football before, like in terms of the positions that some of these players were taking up on the pitch. Yes, Saul Niguez did look okay in the midfield. Where was Jorginho though? You know what I mean? There's no midfield cohesion there whatsoever. So yeah, I didn't think that we played well. I thought we beat them with individual skill. We beat them with our individual talent. And not because we had tactically outplayed them in any way. Their press was actually really good. I thought they pressed us high up the pitch, and we found it very hard to break them down at times. Lukaku, he scored the winner, the match winner. That's all. I don't honestly, everything else does not matter to me. I just want the guy to score goals. That's all I care about when it comes to Lukaku. Don't care if he can't dribble pass. Don't care if he can't head the ball. Just score goals. If he can do that consistently, you get no worry. You get no complaints from me. That's for sure. Score goals. Bottom line.
Now you'll get complaints from me. He's £100 million striker, mate. I need more from him.
But what are you buying him to do?
Score goals, right? But
score goals.
Yeah, no, but that's fine. That's all good. But you tell his overall performance yesterday was. I'm sorry. He's just. He doesn't. We don't benefit with him in the team. He's not always going to continuously score goals in the way that he's playing. There's no way in hell he's scoring goals in the way that he's playing like he is because he just doesn't. He doesn't try to attach himself to the system.
You're probably right.
He's got 11 goals so far this season.
You're probably right, but what I'm saying is this: on the day when he scores the match-winning goal, I'm not going to be talking about his overall play. I'm talking about the fact that he's a match winner.
I liked his response after the goal, man. Finally, a little passion out of him.
Yeah, I like that. When he was mad, he was like, "Yeah." I was like, all right,
oh, that sink. Yeah, the sink was
he
nice.
needs to stop moaning on the pitch and pointing at people when he should be in position. I hate that. He goes,
I agree. He has to work
I
hard.
hate that.
He had a go at Timo Werner yesterday, who made a great run and played the ball where it should be, and he's moaning because he's so flat-footed all the way behind him and thinking that he needs to look up and play it to him when he could have done it because there was a defender in his way. He's just like little things. It just frustrates me.
I get that.
You know, I need more from him on the pitch. At least for me personally, Kai Havertz should be leading the line. That's my opinion. I don't think.
Who would your best front three be though, Jam? Kai Havertz in the middle, obviously.
At this moment in time, I would actually go with Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, and then Hakim Ziyech has been good, but I don't.
Ziyech is the first one. Ziyech is the first one.
Let's throw Timo Werner in there. Fuck it, he'll create some space. What Timo?
You wouldn't want to rest Kai Havertz, wouldn't you, Jem? Like he played under 20 minutes. I think he can start on Saturday against Burnley.
Yeah,
he should do. He needs to, man. We need Kai Havertz. If Kai Havertz plays with Lukaku, as long as Kai Havertz is on the pitch, I don't care. As long as he's just on the pitch.
I think Ziyech as well, James. Ziyech is the number one starter for our team. He's the most.
He's hurt right now.
I don't like him in the 3-4-3 formation because he's up too forward. Yeah. If it's a formation back four and he's more deep, he is perfect for that role.
When he's back, obviously.
Rather Pulisic in that three.
Yeah,
with Mount and Havertz.
With Mount and Havertz.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not playing Mount right now, man. Sorry.
Let's be honest, man. He's not been good this year.
Yeah,
none of them have been good.
If we're gonna treat everybody with the same energy, then he's not in that front three right now.
Werner, Lukaku, Kai Havertz is our best all-out attacking formation. I don't know, man. I mean, it's moving one, but I don't know if it works.
The only problem with that is you have to play Timo on the left, and
it don't work. Yeah.
I don't think him on the left gets the best out of Kai on the right. I mean, yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one because you'd honestly probably if you did a two. Yeah, Kai Havertz is definitely in there.
You know you'd make that work. You'd play Lukaku and Werner as the two up front.
Yeah.
And you let Werner just do what he did yesterday, right around. But you play Kai Havertz like as the one behind, like
right.
I think that's the only way. You get not off the wings because we play them both off the wings. Havertz and that makes sense when they do that. So you limit them when you do that.
But Jim, we kind of did that a little bit with Man City, and there was a massive disconnect from that.
When did we
from
do
the
that?
midfield? It wasn't with Kai. I think we tried it with an extra midfielder.
Yeah, we did
we had Kante, Kovacic, and Jorginho. Yeah. That was a problem.
Yeah, but the aim was similar.
The thing about Kai is
with Werner and Lukaku leading the line. And trying to get the ball.
You can't really look at a match against Man City as the rule, though. That's probably the exception because not many teams will give you that level.
It's not the exception, but you can see the flaw of it pretty early.
Yeah, you see the flaw of it against the best team in Europe probably right now.
No. So crazy. If you do it now, right? All you need to do is shut down the Kai Havertz. How far deep he comes or how far up he goes. If he drops deep, you just do the same thing that Man City did and it easily shuts it down.
But this is what I'm saying, though. Not many teams could do what Man City did, though.
Yeah.
That's the point, you know.
The thing I like most about
all it took was a press. That's it. And every team can do that now in the Premier League.
Yeah, the thing I like most about Kai when he plays, he's just all over the pitch. Which is, I think, what we asked for when he plays. He's on the left. He moves deep. He moves to the right. He plays through the middle. Like he's so versatile when he's
in a free roll. He's essentially in a free roll, right?
Yeah.
He's most effective that way. I think so. That a positionless free roll. Let him come and connect where he wants to. But I mean, it's hard though because if you put him in the free roll and then you have Lukaku with it, you have basically two guys that aren't really working. You know, coming deep to help defensively, right? So that's the worry.
When was the last time Lukaku scored?
Sorry?
Yesterday.
Over a month there.
What's that?
When was the last time Lukaku scored? Before last night?
The Club World Cup, I think.
Club World Cup, yeah.
Oh, Club World Cup, yeah.
He scored twice.
It was a
semis and final. You know, he did pretty well there.
He's not, honestly, he's not... I'm not gonna say it.
I know. You see shit.
That shit. In the chest, man.
Still shit.
Well, friends here, say it.
Hopefully he's getting there. You know. Hopefully he can continue it.
I mean, it was Luton Town, man. Like, come on now.
Yeah, that's my issue. The teams that he's scoring against aren't. I expect more. You're right, Gachi. If he's consistently scoring and he does it at least Look, Lukaku had a problem at Man United too that he wouldn't, and it was he had a bit of a bad record of not doing it in the big games, and I want that too. Even if look at how much we talked about Havertz's goal. All it took was one goal, right? In a big game, and if all we need is Lukaku to score an important goal in a big game, and then it just changes.
I mean, he kind of
scoring
did against
Luton Town.
Liverpool, and it was ruled offside, which wasn't.
Havertz, Havertz scored, and we never gave Werner his offside goals too. I mean, I'm not going to start.
You know what I mean, though. You know what I mean, though. He took his goal well.
Jam, here's the thing, Jam.
If he had a good performance with that goal, then yes.
He did have a good performance against Liverpool.
If Krusty's in that defense, we would have kept a clean sheet.
If Krusty's
Krusty can't be in that defense because he's already in Barcelona training. He's not playing for us.
If Thiago Silva's in that defense, we would be more composed. But
to be honest, that you can tell, and I know it was only Luton yesterday, but this has been the case for most of the season. But you can tell that, especially specifically the forward line, some of them are just not good enough for me.
Well, I think Dennis said earlier too. You're playing with 11 guys who almost have never played together. there is a lot that goes into the team chemistry kind of thing. I honestly thought, I don't know if this is unpopular, but I thought Kennedy
playing for a year.
I thought not all those guys. The guys Sal hasn't played in weeks. Fucking the back three.
Mainly.
That's fair, but there is a bit of a connection that has to take place with that forward line. And listen, they weren't good enough for most of the game yesterday, but I thought Kennedy was actually pretty damn good yesterday. He hasn't put on a Chelsea shirt in 4 years, and I mean, he had a shot that probably the keeper made a great save on. That's definitely finding the back of the net. He moved pretty damn well with the ball. I was pleasantly surprised with his game.
When was the last time Mount played with Werner and Lukaku? Anyone remember that? It's been a while. It's been a while, and that's what I'm saying. The chemistry, cohesion, understanding is just not there at all. So
we always do this.
I don't think that's ever happened.
They might not have ever played.
We always
I don't think I've ever seen that front three.
It's probably never happened.
It's
probably never happened.
Because there hasn't been many with Lukaku and Werner. And when it does happen, I think
at the start, Werner and Lukaku were there together a lot. So surely Mount would have just jumped in for 10-20 minutes off the bench. Yes, it was at the start. Remember this back in August, Werner was the only consistent.
We started with Kai and Mount and Lukaku.
No, we started with Werner.
Werner was playing.
I think we done it against Leicester. Mount, that was Havertz, Lukaku.
Mount, Havertz, Lukaku against Arsenal, then continues on. Except against.
Are you saying that we tried at the beginning of the season? Do you remember the game though? I don't remember that game.
No, I do remember. Timo Werner and Lukaku playing games as a two at the beginning of the season, but I can't remember if it was Mount behind or someone else.
Didn't Mount start late as well because of the finals?
Yeah. I think he had it.
What final?
The Euros.
Fatar, you putting that out of your mind? It's over and done with. You're not checking for that no more.
I'm just checking. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I'm just checking. Yeah.
City, they played together. Werner and Lukaku, they played against City.
By the way,
that wasn't Mount.
The quarterfinals draw will take place tonight. By the way, just in case.
Tomorrow?
No, tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Before the Everton.
You always get so many trolls on Twitter, didn't you? It's funny.
Hey, what's minerals, man? I'm here for the car.
Minerals ain't got no minerals for
Did you text him?
Someone just wrote on my thing. Where is it? I need to read it. Actually, it's quite funny. Actually,
I saw it. It's hilarious.
Let me read it. I've just seen it now, but it's gone. I can't see it. Why can't I see it? Oh, there we go. Let me try it. Show me more. Come on. Brian, you keep digging out Lukaku. How about you start digging out the service he don't get? Oh my God, these.
No, that's.
How about you talk about the runs he does make, but never gets the ball because Probachels don't want.
Absolutely not.
The guy scored when given the chance, and I was like, "This actually." Did you know what's so funny? It makes me laugh because This particular individual, and there's a couple of them on social media, it cracks me up. These are the same guys that scapegoated Timo Werner because he wasn't scoring goals, but he was making the runs. And when we used to say we don't find him and we don't pass the balls to him, it used to be like, it's an excuse, don't use it. But now it's Lukaku. It's now all of a sudden we've got to play to his strengths. Sorry, it's bullshit.
Because he sums it up. He retweets Johnny's tweets, so that kind of sums up the guy's knowledge.
Hey, Rudiger played a great ball off of Lukaku's head yesterday.
What would you look? Oh, he's talking about.
Hey, Jim, that was like reading a Yelp review about no service and stuff.
I love it, mate. I think.
Do you guys remember when Liverpool bought Benteke, and some people were trying to make that excuse, but they wanted him to press and do a lot more, and the people that defend him had the same excuses. Well, if we just gave him service, that he would score. Because they paid big money too, and he got weeded out because he didn't press, and that was part of the system. So we can take an example from that. I mean, like Klopp wasn't willing to change everything for their big money signing as well.
Benteke, big money, Benteke.
Wasn't he like 38 million pounds or something? That was crazy.
Klopp didn't sign Benteke, you fool.
I know he didn't.
Here he comes.
He was there, yeah.
Oh, what do you want, Rams?
Yeah, he was there, and he was injured at the early parts of the season when he was with Klopp. So
yeah, there's a discussion to be made that Tuchel might not have a say in Lukaku, or he might have did, but same problem arises. Same example.
By the way, we had a better striker than Daniel Sturridge. Everyone knew that. So
made in Chelsea.
He had problems though.
Yeah, I mean,
what did you do to him? Now he's broken. Now he's playing here.
He's playing here.
He can't even get a game in the A-League, bro. In the Australian League,
and he didn't start. He's
man, because he's old. He's done. He's done, man. It's sad to see.
He can't even play, let alone he can't make it on the pitch.
His legs came up on him.
He's old. How old? He's at 36, I swear. He's old.
No, he's not a fool. No, he's not that age. Let's look.
But we had Gallas play here.
Oh, he's 32.
We had Del Piero play at 38.
He's 5 years younger than me, man.
But Del Piero was generational. Why are you comparing Sturridge with Del Piero?
Yes, Sturridge was generational for Liverpool.
I mean, he wasn't Del Piero level.
You guys broke him.
Do this, man. Levels declared. Levels.
He would have been a legend at your club if you didn't break him.
Bro, if Del Piero played for your club, he would trump every single player you ever had. So let's not do this.
What kind of statement is that? The guy can trump almost any club.
I mean, not at Liverpool because our greatest ever player is better than him. So yeah.
Does Usain Bolt have more Aussie goals than Sturridge?
Yeah, probably. He's got more games.
Played 4 games.
More games, but not.
Bro, he was the funniest to watch. So everyone was actually trying to get him the ball, and it was almost like an exhibition game, but it was a league game. And they're trying to hit him on the run. And so what he started doing, because his short sprints are really bad, right? So he started from like the right back position, right, and then runs, and the speed he gets, uncatchable. It was so funny to watch. It was entertaining. I love what they did.
Bro. He couldn't dribble.
He's a tap-in
couldn't dribble at all. Yeah,
it was a PR stunt, bro. It was a PR stunt. I saw the most.
My guy hasn't played football for almost a year and a bit, so.
Who? Is Usain Bolt your guy? No, I don't know.
Ram,
how old is he, Rams?
That's right.
He hasn't played football in a year, Sturridge. So
I do know that, but we're asking for his age.
He's 32, turning 33.
Oh, he's 32.
You said turning 33. September, come on.
Bro, you called him 36. You know what? You even lowered his age because the way he's moving around, he looks 46.
Yeah, because he hasn't played football for a year.
Yeah, you broke him. You Liverpool
How did we break him?
He's got no legs, bro. He can't even walk with crutches, bro. We give him crutches on the field. The league here lets you have crutches on the field, and he still can't play.
We made him.
Ram, you need to not worry about your little kids like Harvey Elliott trying to square up to a champion like Kai Havertz, mate.
You know what's funny? Yeah, you guys are actually stupid. You do realize Harvey Elliott is a world champion.
You come here late and then you insult us too.
You
guys are so stupid on Twitter.
You can't use that.
Harvey Elliott was a world champion himself.
He didn't do fuck all because he wasn't even part of the team. Kai Havertz is clutch, mate. Yeah, he's winning us them Champions League.
Harvey Elliott is a world champion.
Jim, are you telling me that was
Harvey Elliott was a world champion when he was 16, my bro?
Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
What,
When
he was
He wasn't in the
16.
team.
When he was 16.
The
Exactly.
classic
When he was 16, he was just sitting there watching. Do you know
No,
what
he
I mean?
wasn't.
Like,
He actually played. He actually played against
Nonsense.
what's it, Flamengo, wasn't it? He played. He actually played.
Nonsense, man.
Jem, are you telling me that was a real player that got squared up with Harris?
I
I
thought
swear,
it was-
I swear on my life that dude jumped out of the crowd. That
Yeah, I
wasn't a
thought
big
it
deal.
was like, kid play. Look, I was like, honestly, I was like,
he scored a penalty against Kepa. He scored a penalty against Kepa. So
Everybody did. What are you talking about?
Whoever's
yeah,
son
because
that
he's
was
too busy
needs to
picking
make,
the
needs to
ball
make
out
sure
of the
they deal
net.
with him. They can't
I
let
thought
him
he was
run
meant
out
to win
like
you the
that.
game, man. I thought he was meant to win you the game.
It happens. One game off.
Oh, yeah, it happens. But
He scored
One
two
game.
goals,
Every
man.
other shootout, he saves 1 or 2
I
penalties
suppose he's
at
got
least.
like
So,
an
yeah, one off.
amazing record in penalty
does, he does, he
shootouts.
does.
Yeah, he's a better
It's
keeper
not
than
very
Alisson.
good,
So
though,
why
now.
didn't he
What are you
do
talking
anything,
about?
man? I mean, Alisson
Ram.
won
It was
one
literally
Copa
one
America and 2
shootout.
penalty
The rest
shootouts.
of
So
the rest of the shootouts
let's
he's
be
ever done,
real, yeah?
he saved.
Ram, did he put two goals past us in the game? Yes, he
Were
did.
they offside?
Did he put two past you though? So
Were they
don't come
offside?
at clutch Kai Havertz, mate. 'cause
Were
he
they
put two
offside?
past you, yeah?
Were they offside? Oh yeah, they
Not
were.
the
You know what?
They were
That
offside.
one that he took
What
the
is
first
going
one
on
where he
here?
hit
How
it across
about
the
how
goal,
about
I
you
wish that
learn?
was a
How about
goal.
you
That
tell
is
your
a
players
top-
not to go
top
offside,
goal, mate.
and then
Top
come
goal.
back to me.
Top goal.
Yo,
Big
there's
time.
some real
Talk,
things to
man.
talk about, man. Like, why are we
John
talking
Terry's
about
getting
Liverpool, man?
cancelled
Like,
again,
seriously,
bro.
Roman,
Anyway,
the Super League. Like, there's things to talk
I mean,
about.
okay,
like,
on this
Liverpool,
Roman thing,
man.
yeah.
Seriously,
We've got to be quick. 'Cause I've got to go
If
anyway.
you lot are a
Literally,
big club, as you say you are, you
bro.
guys will be okay without Roman.
We will
If
be.
you
Yeah,
are
no
a big
kidding.
club,
Yeah,
Yeah,
who said we won't?
a lot of Chelsea fans.
No, a lot of rivals are saying it would finish.
No,
That.
it's-
Sam,
Yeah.
you can't just
Yeah.
go cherry
I mean,
pick other stuff and then come here and accuse us
I
of
mean,
us
if-
saying
if-
it.
If you want me to name names,
typical rival, isn't he? That's what.
Yeah,
I
you
can
name
name
them.
names.
But did you hear any of us say it? Did any of us put on their Twitter or anything, and then you've come to you want a response
but
from
it's
one of
just
us?
I have to talk.
So
about
how are we meant to answer
declare
for some
because
other
you
Chelsea
declare
fan
because Chelsea
statements?
fans like to talk about Liverpool fans in general.
Rams, have I
can't
accused
I
you
do the same myself?
Of someone else's statements?
Why can't I do the same myself?
Right, are you going to answer for someone else's statements? I'll find another Liverpool fan. There are ridiculous Liverpool fans. You know that too, yeah? Right? And I'll get one of their ridiculous statements and make you respond like you said it.
Why are
declared
we
you had a
talking
go at
about
me for their
Liverpool?
statement, so-
My God.
Yes.
Anyway, I've got
Super League.
Okay, answer for anyone.
What goes around
I've got work to do.
you guys will know that.
Liverpool,
You guys
seriously.
already know that.
Yeah.
Well, I've got
No more
I've got
He
Liverpool.
gave it the big in the League Cup, and he ended up.
No more
losing.
Liverpool.
Well done.
Couch, hit it
Well
up.
Cal, can we go
Super
live on
League.
your channel?
Yeah,
Rams,
you
you
want to
still
go
talking?
6? 6?
Yeah. 6. Yeah. 6 will be fine. Yeah. 6 till 7. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because I've got to go out at 7:15, so that's fine. That works.
All right, perfect.
Matt, I'm on yours tomorrow. Yeah. What was it? 11.
Yeah. I'll
What's
speak
your
to the
channel?
names about it.
So we can let people know.
On the screen now. At Zivo I.
Ed, what? Add ZVOII underscore. Yeah. Is that your new?
Yeah.
Slash Kepa, yeah?
ZV.
Yes, my brother Kepa. He's coming on. He's making an appearance next week, guys. Stay tuned. Kepa's coming on. I'm getting him on.
Bro, you look
We're
like
gonna
Kepa.
talk facts.
All you need is gloves, bro. And that's it. I'll believe you. Kepa's on the screen. Brush up on your Spanish, and then I'll believe you. You know, I reckon
Gracias,
history will-
buena persona.
That's it.
There we go.
You got Zip. There you go. You got ZV. That's it. Yeah. That right there.
Yeah, I'll type something in the chat.
Put the link
On
in
the
there,
account.
innit? And couch as well. Couch, just do yours as well. Yeah, and then we'll go.
I'm glad we left all the juicy bits for 6 o'clock today, then, because Super
Yeah,
League.
no, do you know what? I didn't. I wanted to talk about it, but I'm just rushing. I was meant to do
Couch.
French today with Rams as well. I'm not been able to do it.
Bring us to Super League. Bring it.
Hey,
bring
I
it.
haven't heard anything about the Super League. Can you please give us a quick one for
Fuck
me and
Super
some of the people?
No. No. Fuck Super League. Let's bring it.
The English Super League?
Quick breakdown.
No,
That's
Quick
Couch.
breakdown, please.
Yeah.
It looks like
Couch.
Real Madrid. Who's the other teams?
we can't play
Juventus
Juventus.
and Barcelona are trying to resurrect it at some level. They're saying that they can convince the English teams to get involved as well.
But
Because
apparently
their clubs are dead. That's why.
Well, no, because
Well,
apparently Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham have all said they're not interested already. That's what I've heard.
Do you think that can have an influence on parties that are interested by Chelsea? Like if they think that Super League is on the horizon as well, and they might support it, and they might invest more money. I know that Roman's not going to probably take a bidding war. He's probably looking for the right suitor, the way he's approached it all.
Oh yeah.
But,
what's his name?
yeah.
Is it? What's his name? The owner.
Conor McGregor.
No, what's his name? His name's Jim something.
Ratcliffe?
Yeah,
Elon
him.
Musk.
He's a
Ratcliffe.
season ticket holder apparently, so I would take him.
Yeah, he said he's not buying the club though.
Hey, but he owns Nice, doesn't he? And
Yes, he does.
he hasn't put much into that club too. So if you take it that by example, probably not the best idea.
Apparently, he's a Chelsea season ticket holder, so he probably cares.
He's also a
about Chelsea.
mank, though.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He tried to buy Chelsea
I want
before.
the Egyptian owner, and he'll go in and he'll buy a certain player from a certain team right under their feet.
Statement signing. That's a statement signing, and that's what he will do.
He ain't signed the contract yet, so you never know.
And it rhymes with salad.
This guy is a troll. You know that he keeps commenting.
Oh, Jim, this is going to
Haas,
football for. I'll
Hassan,
shut him up here.
He's a bit of a troll, son.
Would you say, Matt?
Wait, is this a strictly ban, this guy? I'm going to shut him up in a second.
Oh, mate, honestly, I've just said go to Specsavers. That's what I've just literally had to say to him. He's doing my head in. Like, I can't be asked. I usually ignore people like this. I'm very good at ignoring, but when he keeps commenting, he's starting on Sophia as well, so I can't let him start.
Is that why I keep getting alerts from Sophia? I've gotten like 19.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it. I'm the same, man. It's like
He's starting on Sophia, so I can't have him starting on Sophia. No way.
Bring him on the show.
I've asked, listen, he keeps banging on about how we've all got. Basically, we need to educate ourselves because our eye test is if you've played football, you'll know that Lukaku is better than what we're saying.
Tell him to come along. I'll bring my pen and paper and my lunchbox and everything, and he can give us a lesson. Let this guy try to teach us
I'm
a
going
thing or two.
I'm going to say, yeah, come. Here's the link.
School's in session, man.
Yeah, time to come school us. Let's see.
There's a big man.
Gotta let him speak.
Do you think he'll speak, Chris?
I don't know. You gotta let him too if he comes.
In a bit, Jen.
In a bit.
Say Fatu.
Who's the guy?
But till then, have they made any more other statements about the Super League?
It's just kind of kicking off. Arsenal ain't in it though, so you know.
No,
Yeah, but
I would just let those
wouldn't
three
something have to?
clubs rot, man. Just let them.
Yeah, I was going to say, but wouldn't something have to give them some confidence for them to come out again and make statements like that?
I don't know.
Like, if every club has said no, and they're just going to look like idiots again.
New plans, like happening probably. Things are changing.
But to speak, for me, to speak publicly, like behind the scenes, yes, they can try to convince some English clubs and possibly our new owner and that.
That's like Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Man City are definitely all interested apparently out of English clubs, and there's Juventus, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and all those clubs.
There you go. Yeah. Well, they must have a confidence of that. I reckon there is a couple English clubs.
I bet you we don't back up first this time, like we did last time.
I can see it.
Maybe I do, Chris.
I think it's going to happen under the guise of like Florentino Perez and all these guys. It's going to come from UEFA. They're going to build their own Super League or whatever, the club league or whatever, and it'll happen, but it won't happen under Florentino Perez. That's for sure.
Didn't they get a warning, a fine and a warning, and a like, kind of agreement that if they attempt it again, they'll be kicked out, something like that? I remember reading a UEFA statement that they were going to be fined.
Yeah, that's
an action will take
if it's this time, and they actually go do it.
You know what? They might have never signed that agreement.
I don't think they ever officially backed out. To be honest with you,
exactly.
Juve, Barca, and Real, I don't think ever officially like pulled out like all the English clubs did.
Oh no, yeah, they didn't pull out pretty much. So.
And with the English clubs, that's where that exists declared, like where they say if you try anything like this again, you'll be kicked out of the league. So
so did I get that wrong way around? That was only from the English FA, not the UEFA.
I think it was English FA, yeah.
He goes, they get service. Mount and Kai and a few others don't pass when Rom is making runs. Act like you don't see to protect fanboys.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy? What's his name?
I don't see him on the
just go on my thing. Go on my. You know what I've tweeted out. Did
he take you out?
Oh, it's on Twitter.
It's on Twitter, yeah.
I thought
I can see.
Apparently he's starting on everyone. Someone just messaged me saying, he messaged me, my account, moaning about Lukaku. Apparently he's just a troll. That sounds about. Anyway, guys, I have got to shoot. He ain't coming on. He's a pussy. See him. Big up everyone, as always, in the chat. I will be on Couch Critic show later tonight at 6 p.m. UK time. Yeah? Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Check it out. So make sure you go. We are going to be talking more intellectual over there. We usually we'll probably be talking about Roman Couch, aren't we? Roman and everything that's going on there.
I mean, it's hard to ignore that at this point in time, right? We got to get into that in a real way.
Yeah, make sure you check that out then later on. And now I'm on Matt's new channel tomorrow. So he's put the link in there as well. You can go and find him on there, which is here. So just click that link once you've left here and go and subscribe. And the same with Couch, which is here as well. Just click that link and go follow Couch Critic for later on, guys. So over 120 of you here. Big up everyone as always. Thank you for tuning in to GNA TV. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe with the Prem show because we meant to do it today, Ram, but I forgot. So
yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. We'll sort it out now. But we have got a Prem show to do. We've still got the Burnley preview show to do as well. So big up everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon. Peace out.